Hello. Welcome back to another video. Finally, another devlog video. Day number 13. And right now we're going to be making the main gameplay BGM. And what you see here on the screen is me just looking at the, I don't know, just looking at the, Hyper Light Drifter. I think earlier I was looking at some music, and Hyper Light Drifter seems to be have decent music there. I've seen it before, but just haven't gotten to it. So actually, let's take a look. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, best price. Okay. All right. I didn't think about getting it, but I don't know if you guys ever played this game. Just let me know, and I could probably play this. From the looks of it, it looks like a little bit like Dead Store, kind of a guessing Souls like RPG, Souls game. I'm guessing, but yeah, um, yeah, definitely interested. Take a look, and yeah. But right now I just have a bunch of games that I need to play, so yeah, I just went on a shopping spree, buying some more games. Um, oh yeah, and just to give everybody hooks an update, I I can't. Yeah. So last week, I know I was gone the week before, but last week I didn't do any dev log because, so on Friday's stream, I kind of talked about how we that essentially that week was just full of, I sure that I had interviews, for jobs, and Friday, I'll tell you, it was nuts, really nuts on Friday. Just being asked on what I've been doing the last 8 months, and I think right now it's kind of a bit of like people are asking you these questions. Um, they're, what have you been doing the last 8 months? Well, I've been doing many different things. I've been trying many different things to try to diversify myself. Um, I just didn't really like the questions being asked about, like, oh, you don't know the words, you don't. It's like you don't know the exact definition of, like, this code. Like, well, yeah, but we have access to internet. I mean, if we don't have access to internet and working in enclosed area space, then okay, that be maybe more problematic. But in most cases, and I've done remote work, you just literally sit in front of your computer and just have the test automation framework documentation up. I just looked at it. Oh, okay, this is what it does, right? And I've done this many times, more times than I would like it to. And I just know, it's like, I just built a mind map of how do you figure things out, and where the more interesting problems are the ones where, just when things don't work out, the documentation says A, but you're getting like a B results, like different results that they, as a business, right, they always clamor, oh, our thing's the best, and it's like, hey, but what about this part? I went through this part, and he just shows like you have experience. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that interview is gonna go. But it happened last Friday, right? So, and the week before, and the days before, like Monday and Tuesday, just getting some questions about like commitment and even admission too, that I can go ahead and do. Um, you know, I'm applying to like mainframe career, so essentially a career switch. But they just have questions. Like, I mean, the first guy, he is legitimate. He asked, like, yeah, okay, there's more of a computer CS stuff that I think you should know a little more. But I just don't want it to be too. I just don't want to, to kind of, just people just kind of like. I just don't want to look as if I'm a jerk. Rather, it's like, well, I'm rather you be a jerk about it, so we have more of a candid conversation, rather than you just trying to be, PC and giving me the runarounds when, like, at the end of the day, I just need, you know, money pays bills. So, So that's kind of where what happened last. Last week. Just you know, that me we're being asked to do more mainframe things to kind of prove it to them, my commitment, and on Tuesday, um, the interviewer just told me it's like she admits that I can go ahead and do it, but just the commitment. I'm not just using this as a stepping stone. I mean, that itself is fair. Okay, that question is fair because, but on the flip side of it, it's that, well, why does it not look good on you? I mean, you could just sign up a contract and says, well, you need to commit to being a mainframe for one entire year. But then it's like, well, you know, I heard stories where this one other guy, he's doing mainframing. I can see he's really grateful for continuing with the CS. But he says that companies just cancel the projects, right? So I mean, there's certain legal languages I'm sure in contracts that you can do to kind of be clear about it. So this whole mainframe thing is just was very weird, very weird to kind of even work in. And let's just say this way: I don't get it. I don't get a interview. I don't get a job from the interview, and I don't get selected for the mainframe, uh, for the mainframe stuff. Well, right? What else can I do, right? So right now, you know, just try to adjust for it. So I really apologize, if folks would be like, where's Charles? Oh, this guy, he's channel went off. It's just that this last week was just tiring, and I gotta admit to you that mainframe is it's pretty old. Um, if you do, I think if you do CS and learn things about assembly languages, you'll probably get it's like familiar in some shape, way, or form. You can be doing registers. There's some things like, oh, okay, decrementation, problem solving. Yeah, the IBM Z Explorer really challenges you to, it's kind of built, and folks are just kind of making implying that you're gonna have to figure things out on your own, and that should be the case. So I have no qualms with it, but I do have just issues about like transparency, communication, and questions about commitment in such a roundabout matter, right? You know, and and I would say is that here's the funny thing, right? So some folks may say, well, there's a lot of people, right? So they gotta make sure, and actually, it's not like that, because the only way you can get to that apprenticeship program is actually through a newsletter. So you have to know exactly the HTML URL. You need to know the exact URL. You can't. Maybe you could web crawl, like for hidden ones, but I could not find it. Just do a cursory search, manual search. I couldn't find it until I just like, okay, I got access to through the actual URL. And that's the part two of it, was that the there was a they were obfuscating the I guess you can say the trainers, the company that's training, their name, because they don't want to get P folks, and I do understand. That's in Yeah, because it's just this day and age, just people just want jobs and just overwhelm the applicants. But past that, um, this just last interview was just kind of really weird. Um, I mean, I'm just gonna share it here. I had a almost I had like a verbal offer. It's like, yeah, we're gonna select you. Just gonna write it up. Send it to our CTO. We really liked you, but then and it's based here. We're close to where I live, and they just say that, oh no, sorry, you're too expensive. Okay, you don't talk to my recruiter. Then so it's through the recruiter. Okay, but if I'm expensive, and maybe we can negotiate. So, but well, the sound of it is you don't want to negotiate because you probably found somebody else who, I guess you like more and perhaps is even cheaper, right? Otherwise, right, if you needed somebody and, that person went through the whole gauntlet, I feel like from a relationship standpoint, it's kind of out of a courtesy to be more transparent rather than just kind of being very shady, right? Obscuring. And my recruiter, she was very nice. She was very communicative. We're always on the same page. And if there's any questions, I just email her and ask her. But she was pissed too. So like in this case, she and I were pissed is that the hiring company is not being very transparent. And I really want to say is that you know I think it's I don't know. This is just my opinion. Um, ghosting. Ghosting. Hmm, handling good situation, bad situations. Well, I mean, you're just doing through email. You don't have to reply back if the person says something really nasty. And I'm very sure is that, whatever software. But I think from a higher manager's perspective, it's at least from a manager's perspective, um, you know, it's there just seems to be a lot more bad companies rather than good companies that you want a part of. And I will say is that Amazon probably for most folks is notorious for being a um, not so it chews people out, yeah, but I would say is there even with their but yeah, even with their most recent interviewing process, um, actually no, I'll take that back because I definitely did not do well on those online examinations. But past those online examinations, um, yeah, actually past those online examinations and going into the the actual live interview, um, I don't know quite know what to make of it. They put a bunch of people in there, but then, as we all know, is that people. I don't quite know. I mean, there was the concept about like, oh, I mean, I got people, other folks telling me, explain to me about the Amazon hiring process, and I definitely did read about it. When I was part of the as the candidate, but I have reservations. Even if you have the best quote unquote system, from I guessing a logistical standpoint, you're still dealing with human beings, and with human beings, right? You you can always still game the system. I feel. Um, sure, you say like, oh, well, we're not. Oh, we can't game the system because of the technical part, right? Yeah, but I think, and maybe I don't know down the line if I do become an employer, and it's gonna be a great honor for me to be an employer. Um, hiring folks, and I want to hold that policy of, hey, unfortunately I think you're a very good fit, but unfortunately I think your pricing price is a bit too high, and this is gonna be full transparency. Yeah, we just don't have that much enough of budget, and well, but if you're interested, would you like to join the company, right? And this is how much we can offer, right? I think this is there's a meme. So my wife and I we discuss about like just employment these days. Is like at this point, I'm guessing with just how things are, um, I definitely would love to go, and earn money back and um, whatnot. But it just seems as if there's not companies of these days, especially if you like have like a gap or of your unemployment, your experiences. It's almost like you have a felony in one sense, right? I know maybe a little bit gaslighting here and whatnot, but um, just right now with the current economic conditions, what we can't really necessarily do our jobs. And I have been on the other side where I just ask ask questions here and there about testing, and I even got weird looks from my project manager. He's like, "What are you doing? Why are you asking this question?" You just see his look. It's like, huh? I don't know why he asked. It's just it's kind of really dumb. In other words, if you're interviewing for a QA position, right? You're wanting to see if this person can have the technical chops to do it. Quizzing them about okay, I'm gonna say it this way: Cypress, right? I think Cypress is full of shit, right? Cypress as a framework is crap, right? Their whole architectural model is that we know better than you. You're a developer, right? Oh yeah, we even know that hey, our aliases, right, which is like a variable, which is the aliases in Cypresses. It means that hey, we're going to make this as a variable because of JavaScript asynchronous nature. So we're going to make sure that hey, you're able to call this variable name again. I would love it if folks can kind of prove me wrong, because for me, I've been the reader who's reading documentation. I don't care about oh, what is this notation? Is that who the fuck gives about notation, right? Who cares? Okay, you visit the page by going to the URL. Okay, you go and get the element, click on the element, and you do type and whatnot. It's like you better memorize the whole entire dictionary versus like somebody's like, well, okay, I know I know the principles. It's just a little bit rusty, but if you're giving me a chance, right, I'll go ahead and I can show you. Yeah, because like Cypress as a framework, it's got challenged. It's great for folks who never done automation, but when you really want to do more development work, and you're coming from learning variable assignments, right? I just don't understand why you're using the alias, aka Cypress version of variable assignments for getting results from asynchronous calls, when you could literally just use the native JavaScript uh, slash TS says variable calls from there, right? And when you're trying to do assign variables, your Cypress doesn't like that. It's gonna try to cage you in to a certain way of doing things, and I don't think that's the right way of approach of having somebody to so initially like the training wheels, right? Training wheels, right? But with training wheels, you can still kind of do things a little bit on, off, off, and do things a little bit perhaps weird, strange, but you're learning on how to these things work, right? And I'm a big advocate. I'm actually I'm a skeptic. I'm really a skeptic about um, really you know like from Selenium, right? Selenium was the one of the yeah it's like the earliest test automation framework. Well, I mean maybe not the earliest, but pretty much like the earliest open source test automation framework for web development. To this whole entire um, testing automation as in what industry sector, I guess, field, yeah, field. The thing about and with test automation, right? I would say that I spend 80 hours a week learning how the Selenium works. How does that work? Testing things and I actually spent a lot of time earlier in my career of like learning about the limits, the pros, the strengths, and working solutions around it. You know, you just have folks who and learning about like good like page object models, concepts, ideas, things that code wise that we test automation, we write code too, but just for testing, should also adhere to in a software developer point perspective, right? Solid principles. Okay, yeah, we should go ahead and try to follow that. The thing about with principles is that you need to know when to use which certain tools, which ones you should use, which one you should not be using, and that's really from learning, engaging, and discussing with other people. You know, it's just funny how you have these folks who I guess you could probably think of like you just have folks who like one kind of challenge you things on ideas when it's the actual interview and you kind of it's a bit of a power move because I'm a test tech lead, right? I know you want a job, you're an interviewer, but I'm gonna ask you this one, uh, anyways, and I'm gonna completely disagree with you, right? Disagree with you because, and I'm gonna just start making disparaging remarks about you or whatnot. When you are an interviewee, you're just trying to be, professional, calm, and try to be more reasonable about certain things. Like for example, I had one with a fintech company in California, and this guy is a backfill, and that kind of was like a little bit of a flag for me. It's like, okay, what is this, backfill? And I did ask him the question of, a quick question at the very end by Pirate Software. Like, I mean, we went through the whole interview. I showed him how to do it. It's like, okay, you could do this, yeah, this, and we solved the problem. He actually had a project which is much better, but the question of like, page object models, right? It's a model for a reason, right? It's a great organization. Be able to scale, be able to organize code, and you can actually also build mini little functions that can fast, increase your productivity, right? For example, logins, right? Oh, well, if I could abstract a login, create a function called logging in with logging in and having multiple parameters, and this function will take those multiple parameters and do log into the right, different accounts and whatnot. Then you can, it's, it's, you know, we can reuse it, right? Reusing code. Again, good login statements, blah blah blah, all these different things, and but he himself is like questioning about like I said, it's a principle, right? There are exceptions, just like in I don't want to say about math, right? But with science, there are general theorems. That's our, you know, applicable to many and maybe everything, all the things. But there are also exceptions, right? Knowing when there's exceptions, when there are no exceptions, right? So with page object models, right? I know that one's like okay, pages, with variable names and different encapsulations, privates, public, attributes, blah 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 blah. But there's also the other side of compositions. Composition is where then you break out all these different things into more of a flatter layer because page object models can get into a little bit of a hierarchy, a little bit more condensed, and changing things can be difficult. So you probably want to flatten, right? Just like in a bit of a way, where you have 7 layer worth deep of an organization, communication becomes a telephone. You can't move as fast. There's more bureaucracy involved, different departments, blah blah. Hence meta flatten, right? Same way, code you flatten it so that you can use different components, right? Why we do microservices? Because we went from huge ass monoliths and we're flattening it all out. We flatten, right? But again, right? There's also with every solution, there's always it may always be problems, technical limitations. And that was the part where I was trying to tell him professionally that hey, there's a problem, but he just went on a rant, and he showed his anger, and that's probably why, as a biggest red flag, why, you know, he kind of caught himself and tried to be professional over again. But I'm like, thank God, you're sure you may be giving me about $150,000 worth of a job, but one, I don't think you like me already because I'm already challenging certain notions already, and but two, you kind of display an anger and a bit of a condescending attitude, right? So probably that's why the guy left, because you're the other guy is probably not the hard one who's to deal with. It's probably you, technically. So, yeah. So with with this one last Friday, it asking me a bunch of these questions, and I will say it up in this channel. It's that I think it's a bit of a politically motivated, because from my time working with in consultancy, I'm always, my company used to always say, oh well, you always work with tough clients, right? Because of the culture, nature change. Well, we were just told it's like don't do test automation. But the underlying problem with test automation, requirement test automation, is the system. And I would say this is that the company that I was at, their underlying systems, or their underlying environments was shit. Right? The developers admit it, but the developers don't want to add time to go and fix those things. Right? And that's kind of where the crappy part is, that I'm not I done a little bit of DevOps, but my specialty is doing test automation, and I'm not a network engineer. You want to be a network engineer, I would take time to learn it and probably follow, solve it, and be an Azure DevOps pipeline engineer. Sure, add it to my repertoire, but you tell us to stop doing this and do everything manual. It's already a red flag. It's like, hey, I gotta leave and whatnot. So yeah, yeah. Sorry, this it was just a big giant. It was kind of a rant, but it's kind of shaking. Yeah, it's way shaking me, but I just I kind of don't want to work for somebody else, because it's just. I work with so many different organizations, even my time at consultancy. It's always kind of a bit of a, like, you gotta preach Jesus to them, like, and then you gotta like do things their way of it. I mean, yeah, sure, it's their money, but it's like, I'd rather just throw them under the bus and be like, okay, you know what, bye, see ya, But in the day, right, you still need money, right? You need money to live. Doing things their way, having to, I had a coworker actually who worked at T-Mobile. I consulted T-Mobile. Holy crap! His not counterpart, but the person that he kind of reports to, and he's an architect. So he's more years experience. And he tells me is that they tell him to do A, B, like in a meeting. Yeah, you should do A, B, C, D. Okay, got it. So I do A, B, C, and D, E. And sure enough, he did it. But the client was not happy with it, because like, well, you should do F, G, T, Z things. Why didn't you do that? The guy comes back and says, no, you told me to do A, B, C, D, E. Right? First couple of times, it's like, okay, let's okay, let's go and just, they're the customer, okay, give them the benefit of the doubt, right? We're always told to give them client benefit of the doubt. Sometimes I feel like you can kind of just talk with that other person, and it's like, you know what, I don't want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but because I need your money, therefore I got to give you that benefit of the doubt. All right, so give benefit of the doubt a couple of times, but it becomes a problem, and it's kind of funny. It's like when they're have problems and it's on them, how do you kind of resolve that situation? Sure, and sure enough, somebody stands between, right, and then hold them accountable by meeting minutes, all notes and whatnot. I just sometimes just wonder, it's like, where's your brain is at? In the same way, the company I left, I was quote, laid off was, you could already tell, like even okay, the CTO even just said himself, like, oh yeah, he's offshore, contractors, whatnot. Okay. And oh yeah, that kind of reminds me, right? There's another contractor that um, this project manager who hired, but me and my coworker, me and my coworker, we get along, and we always try to get along with everybody else, right? I mean, that's expected, right? That's what professional behavior means. That's what teamwork means. But when we try to reach out to this person, this woman that this brother delivery manager hired, and she's a contractor. Communication was like limited. It was like not there, hard to reach. Even the contractors were asking why, and when I got let go, right? Let go. There was this, and now there was the effort of trying to bring in this contractor to become a full timer. So telling me is that, I mean, she's a manual QA, and don't you want test automation folks versus manual QA, right? So there's a lot of questions, right? There's legitimate questions that have been raised in an organization, but at the end of the day, right, you're working for somebody else, and that's kind of their, you're working for somebody else, and because you work with somebody else, you had to play by their rules, even though it's not fair. It's not. I don't use say professional, ethical. Probably, yeah, yeah, probably so. But people can spin it in different ways. And so right now, yeah. This last week was just kind of a bit rough. I'm hoping that you know, my emails back to the mainframe. I mean, he's been working mainframe for the last his whole life actually, and he started with co-oping, played his cards right, and now he's kind of, I bet you he's probably just doing retirement work for the apprenticeship, and just I looked at his resume, I looked at his LinkedIn, but you know it's those who have and have nots, and I just gonna have to say is that it's gonna be this, whatever my next job, career is gonna be taking, is gonna be a freaking like a miracle at this point. Yeah, because I got marked for just being really compliant, and just doing things that the company asked me to do, and they just let me go. Right, business is business. Not really, no, because there's always multiple options. But yeah. So sorry, yeah. Wow, I talked for 34 minutes about what's going on. Well, last 20 minutes, right? So let's go ahead and kind of just looking back in and dive. Okay. Yeah, this is a lot. Um, yeah, it's a level 1 gameplay, right? So we kind of want it to be a little bit more energy, fast-paced engagement. First time in battle, right? No, space battle. Actually, here we go. Better. Space battle. Oh, and oh yeah. What one thing? Well, hopefully by Wednesday I can try to launch out the game review for Death's Door. I have written it out, but I just kind of wanted to mull on it, for a couple days. Yeah, and then we go ahead and we read it again before I go ahead and record. So hopefully that should be coming out this Wednesday. This morning I just finished Tales of Iron. So you guys, if you guys want me to go ahead and play the game on stream, more of that, I definitely would. Yeah, just let me know. Um, heck, let me know in the comments, either YouTube comments below, because I'm gonna upload this there. Um, but yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see more gameplay, and then we could adjust. All right. Um. So initially, I kind of have created something like I kind of recreated the five notes, the diatonic, oh, dia 7, pentatonic keynotes, right? So we have is these. Uh, oh, oops. Wow, okay. Nope. Let me go ahead and relaunch it again. Yeah. Well, use it for 29 days. Okay. I mean, evaluate for 29 days, 24 times. Come on, hurry up. Oh, no, please. Please don't. Yeah. I can't see when you take a break. Oh, man, go back to Dell. Art, everything. If I could get this thing, like, put on Steam, even if it's, like, play for free, and people still enjoy it, yeah, that's a major accomplishment. Because, man, doing a 3-person job to making a game, it's really definitely a full-time job. But, okay, so let's, come on, go here, boom. Okay, so we have is like these keys, right? No, 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 no. So what happens if we go ahead and try to rearrange it, right? To kind of, just play around and kind of explore some music to see if something can be rearranged, and whether the beats, the rhythm, right, to kind of give that more of a energy type feel, space battle feel, right? That one seems like more of a, that's what a space battle feel. Definitely it feels like a little bit of energy there, but it doesn't. It feels a bit too simple. Simple in the sense where we're not, getting that bit of that spacey feeling vibe. But you know what? Maybe what was it that? Oops. Yeah. Ooh. Go. Nope, not this one. Um. What was it? Epic space battle music. Inter Imperial. Let's take a look. Okay, so we got a little bit of like a marching, maybe marching-esque. Dun 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 dun. Okay, slow build. Not quite what I was looking for. Because it's definitely giving me that epic feeling to it, but I was kind of would like it a little bit more. less imperial. Yeah, it had an imperial vibe to it. Like I just imagine because it got the whole the orchestra, um, you know, moving in synchronous pace, right? It just reminded me of like Roman soldiers walking in formation columns, and they're being deployed onto the battle, and they're advancing towards the enemy lines. That's what I kind of get. I get. Um,
You ever wonder what's up there?
oh. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, okay. Hmm. There's that impending fear. Dun 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 dun. Here, let me go ahead and. I still like this, but actually, let me see. If I can. Oh gosh. Hmm. Okay, you know what? You know what? Make this our board. So. And based from what we learned last time, just try this in piano. You know, even though it doesn't sound like percussionish bass or whatnot. Oh, that's. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and zoom closer. Perhaps I'll just expand this. Dun, 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 dun. So let's see. Can I go? Hold on. For me, 4 bars. Hmm. So let's see here. Hey, yeah. Babasita bunda de na. Sorry. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, here. Let's see this way. Let's go D. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so let's go from the beginning. Dun, dun, dun. Hmm. You know, that's probably even do that. Hmm. Oh. It feels a little bit too, way too fast. So what we can do. And we do have oh, oops. You know what? Jaws. This reminds me of Jaws. But Jaws, like, dun 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 dun. Oh, okay. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's go ahead and strip it. No. Nope. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Maybe go for the bigger array. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun dun. Or maybe here. Dun 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 dun. Maybe maybe go down here. Oh man. This maybe could work. I'll put this to the bottom. Oh, maybe do it this way. Maybe go ahead and move these two out forward, and these two backwards. Dun 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 dun. That's why it feels like. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Maybe three. No, two. It feels too reverberating. Yeah, probably this one's good. love this though. It's going up, going up, but unfortunately, it must not be. And so, oh, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, yep, take that. Take that. Rewind it back. Yeah. Okay, and so should we go back? Yep, go ahead and save here. Oh, and this is oh in the C1 above C2. So what I can do, right? Still the same. Not necessarily the same notes, but we can shift the octave lower. Let's go ahead and shift these guys. Kind of need to establish like the the bass, right? The rhythm, the march into battle. Eh? What? Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe I could just take this off. Perhaps I promise we should be better for me to go ahead and actually like I don't know, focus on one bar. Maybe go here too. Dun, dun, dun. No, but too like lumbering, laggering. I don't know. Just feel like a big boy, big dude's like, do 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 do. You know, probably could give it hmm. So I could probably do something. Let's go ahead and maybe experiment with this one. Ooh. Wait, hold on, but hold on. Let me get this straight. Let's go here, pin this one. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So maybe. Should I just... So basically, no. Okay. You know what? Let me just go and delete this one. I'm gonna shift these guys over to a nice and clean bar. So I got a 4x4, right? So okay, no. Okay, so it's a little bit more fast energy pace. It's gotta be freaking weird. So we probably want to. No. I just want to go ahead and say that, hey, I'm glad to be back. I'm actually really glad to be back and work on something that's very more interesting. You know, I mean, a lot of things are interesting. Even like job work is interesting. But I'm really glad to be back. We're just kind of doing things where, you know, doesn't. It's not like I don't want to work with people, but you know, people don't have to be such a dick. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just glad. So, so, um, okay. I feel like probably. Oh no. Let's see if I do this. I'm not liking it. Oh, there's a gap. Dun 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 dun. Let's see. If I exclude them. Yeah. Ain't gonna work well for that. Let's just go and take a look at another one. You know, this is not bad, not bad. But I remember. Okay, you know, let's go and get some. In space, mankind lives here in a super capitalistic society. One man from Mars. He's the only hope to save you all. Only he can tell. Transformer vibes. Okay. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. No. Yeah, sorry, it's just giving me the whole Transformers. My name is Optimus Prime, and I am here on Earth, serving to protect humanity. Uh, Star Wars Space Battle. Ooh, what is this? Oh, please, please, please. StarCraft. Oh. Okay. See, it starts with that kind of. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Almost there. Okay, the way I imagine that StarCraft movie is the OST is more like, you know, I don't know, Rainbow Six, Siege. No, like not the actual game, but like you got hostile take over situation. You know, you got a green light for a SWAT team to enter the building. You place your charges. Charges been placed, sir. All right, we place those charges. Charges in. You know, ready to go on orders. You know, everybody's getting set up. You know, and then it blasts the doors. Flashbang in with smoke grenades. Bang bang. Soldiers in. Two shot. Floor's cleared. Right, move on to the next floor. It gives me that little bit of that SWAT team esque feel. Man, I had a good one. That was watching earlier here. Let me look at the history for this epic space battle. Oh. Okay. Nope. 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 Excuse me. Yeah. Today I had a little bit of a bison burger, and it's been bugging me. No kidding. It's not. Here we go. Intergalactic.
Kids, we're not vegan.
Neither are we.
Kids, we're not vegan. Neither are the kids. And I don't know. Sounds like communication breakdown somewhere happened, right? They got the detente between, the capitalistic West versus the USSR, Soviet East. You know, the fight of dual powers. Espionage. And okay, how does the vegan thing even work as well? So I don't know. But yeah, this was the one I think I found. Yeah. So these ones have a little bit more right off the bat, high energy ready. So they're like you're going in. It'll be kind of cool. It's like Helldivers have an actual mission. So I do play Helldivers too. Um, Helldivers mission have a mission where you just well, if the Pelican is not so invincible, then you gotta go to launch launch point, second evac. I don't know, this I think last weekend I think, was it, or this week, the week before. I was actually watched the movie on on next Prime Video, where there was it's called Island of Bad. And it's close to the Southeast Asia. Um, guessing, I don't know, Black Lagoon piratey type stuff, military juntas. I don't know, lawless. Anyhow, it's like they do the helo jump, but the guy actually, pretty much most people. I think what happens is like shit hit the fan with the Black Ops, with Black Operations, and yeah, he was getting to one of the LZ and it was just too high. It got ambushed, and it'd be really kind of cool if Helldivers kind of have, um, you can blow up the Pelican. You blow up the Pelican, and then you have to do a second LZ on a different place. Now I do know that perhaps from a gameplay perspective, it's like that's a terrible idea because you just have trolls will bomb the Pelican out. But hear me out. If you have a second LZ, right, make the mission difficult. Like they're not impervious. Right, gives him that more of that war vibe. Originally I thought that when I'm hearing this music, it was like, I don't know, Master Chief. Actually, Master Chief or somebody was in. And no cheap viewers on streamboo.com. You're out, sir. Okay, so what happens is like you have in the cargo the cargo bay, right? Things are going to, you're hearing pops, bang, around you, flat cannons or stuff, anti-airs are going off, your ship goes down, and you gotta fight for survival. Like it'd be really funny if there's actually a campaign for just like survival campaign. I don't know. I think it would be kind of a bit fun. It's like, you do an escort mission and then you do a survival of the escort. I mean, yeah, defense. The military defense installation bases. Yeah, but it'd be kind of cool if you have like, find a military target. I mean, the upload capsule is just a little mini objective, but maybe making that as like a main objective, though, would be kind of really nice. Okay, so I digress. But yeah, so there's a little bit of that high energy from this one. I think I like Hans Zimmer's is like the Batman. It gives you that, Batman-esque feel. Oh my gosh. Dun, 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 dun. Trying to fit it off. Dun, 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 dun. I see what though. No, too low. Let's This could probably be a good addition towards maybe the third bar or the fourth bar. You know, probably probably go ahead and maybe put this back in, and then go right here. Admit that. Boom. And then probably, oops, yeah. Let's see, and then we go maybe do a 4 bar to give it you know, a full measure. That's what it's called. Yeah, you know what? You know, I wish I could have maybe took music theory. This stuff, that stuff would have helped a lot. But well, full measure, total measure extent, full measure music. But full measure is called full bar, with a complete unit of time missing containing music bar, vertical bars, blah blah blah. Okay, 4/4. Yeah, well, let's give it a 4/4. Right, yes, a bar. Okay, if I get this wrong, hey, feel free to correct me. Right, but if I remember this right, we give it a full bar. Give it a full bar, and then we could just do something. Oh, come on. Okay, you know what? Let's go here, and then. Oh. So it's gonna be two, right? So right now I'm just trying to write this out in piano. Yeah, I definitely believe that's a good way. Kind of get the feel of the music before then you go ahead and change it to the instruments. Because I'm definitely going to get rid of some of this part, refactor it, add some more of the musical instruments. Okay, and then what we got here. So let's see here. No. So we got one. Oops, we got one more right here. And I wonder. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so this, and then, oh, come on, let's go ahead and shoot this. Okay, yeah, well, keep it simple. I might change it later on. I'm not going to try to make a movie banger, but what I want to try to learn as I'm learning on the fly, right, is, just also put my best foot forward. Yeah. Feel free to let me know if I'm over-explaining myself. I just kind of, I guess in a way, it kind of helps me to kind of articulate what I'm trying to say and practice my speech too as well. So, yeah, so we got a full measure bar. And now, let's see, 4/2. Oh. And then, I we could go got another full measure bar. No. Let's go to another one, and another one, and another one. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so then between 4x4, and then probably could add something. All right, so we're starting introducing in the Ooh, sorry guys. And then I guess we could then introduce. Let's listen to this. Ooh, the bottom, the bass. Oh gosh, my back. I let the bass was like here. Okay. So let's see here. It does feel like it's a natural addition. Maybe full at this whole full measure length. Oh, I should. I'm curious. Okay. Go ahead and. What? Why would I do this? Okay. That actually, yeah, adding this one over here, so we do introduce a full measure of this. Ooh, okay. Somehow I wonder if I'm just writing a music score for the Batman or something. Oh, this is pretty exciting. So let's get another full measure. Give it that. Give it down there. rather than one. I do like the hmm. Okay, between the 1, 2, 4, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, L. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Switches over. Okay, so you got the synth. No, let me listen to this one. I feel the other one. It's a great in thing for one of the later levels, kind of the climax. Like you're good. You know the mechanics already. You know what's coming up. Intense battle. The most intense battle is coming up. So we probably should save the other one, skirmish or Demeter, probably as a future inspiration. Save. Oh, watch later. Yeah. Let's see this one. Okay, got the vocals. Okay, to the dragon that's in. I mean, a continuous addition of this is actually not bad, but I felt it's a bit too slow. I mean, let's be honest with like, I kind of want to make it a little bit feel more realistic. In a sense, with like, actually, I just thought of a great idea. Throw the player in. You give him like, did you read the manual? Have a UI says, did you read the manual? No, I didn't. You know, no, yeah. I skipped. Yeah, click, skip. All right. Well, we're gonna throw shit at you. um, I kind of really want to not redefine the genre, but things like Tales of Iron that I played earlier. Um, yeah, I played over like finished this morning. It's I do my reviews on it. I did talk about it just a tad little bit towards the end of that whole extra segment, so I should be, I, getting to it as my next thing. But one thing's for sure is that you know the 2D games actually it's a really good game, right? I'd say obviously Hollow Knight is definitely the more smoother and more Metrovania-esque exploration. Tales of Iron is more of a story. There's a story behind it, and you are the coming of age King Ratty. Was it Rhodey? Rhodey? What's his name? Reggie. Reggie. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Hmm. Yeah. It does seems to me. Yeah. I. Oh. Trinity. Okay. But I think too slow. Maybe. Probably no. We probably have to make it slow in the beginning, right? No. I like.
Underneath them?
Yeah,
Touch
yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And yeah, there's just so much to unpack. Make this guy down. Oh man. I guess in a bit of a way, my only gripe is like, hey, it's so easy to be a consumer. Just play, you know. You know what? Probably the full measure bar. Boom. And then hmm. Wait. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, yeah. Right now, somehow there's something here. No breaks. There's no break in between. Maybe. Let's see, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, huh? 1, 2. Okay. Okay, let's do it this way. Take a look. Take a looky look. Oh gosh. Maybe just start from here. So we got the little bit of the intro already. Actually, hold on. Where's this part? So, okay, let's go back. Nope. So, okay, so let's go back here. Oh no. Wait, hold on. What's it? Oh. Shoot. Okay. What's it? Oh, not Q quantize. Z. One. Backspace. Oh gosh. Oh, there I. Oh shoot. And then probably the piano. Probably move this one to bar 16. Damn. Three black keys. Oh. Let's see, the black key. Okay, interior of the black key. And then probably go ahead and oops. Let me go ahead and actually get this full bar. So we're kind of combining. Okay, so let's take a look about this one. Oh. Because that's a different one. Hmm. Probably bring this one in. Let's just take this, move that. Hmm. I'm really am influenced by just fire a little more fast pace. Kind of reminds me of like the I don't know, some sort of like imperial ship, a ship powerful, so powerful, age of old, like royal esque. Like this is the ship was like grandeur and whatnot. It doesn't really, the pattern doesn't kind of fall in. Here, let me go back to this pattern. And I don't have to delete the whole thing. Dun, dun, dun. Maybe I could do this. Maybe 3 top. And then probably put that one down. Maybe we could down. needed something like a beat. Probably, I don't need to probably delete it, but come on. There we go. Probably. Kind of would love it if like more of like a rising to action. Whew. Man. I don't like that one. Don't do that. If I do that. Actually, hold on. Let's go back here. Let's go back. Go back. We move all of this. So what I learned from Hans Zimmer's is that I think he likes the double beats, or in his music. Okay, come on. Let's move a bit. Dun dun. Okay, wow. So, oof, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I just feel like I come back to this one, and then I give it a full measure bar beat. I know, sorry, just. Promise. Yeah, I really think. You know, I'd probably like to blow this stuff off. Take this. Oh. Let's just go with this one. Triples. Then maybe. Okay, you know what? Let's just probably do for one. Alright, actually here we just do that. Let's go and delete that. Okay. Maybe increase that. I don't know. It's kind of a little bit difficult because should I just throw him in? But then what's like? So the first level is going to be, yeah, it's going to be a little bit maybe a little bit tutorial. But I do like the idea of just throwing the player in, you know, kind of almost immediately. I think I got a little bit influenced by Tales of Iron. Just like, yeah, sure. Like, hey, here's a basic parry, dodge, and yeah, parry and dodge, and shield. So good luck, and you'll figure it out. And then they're going to introduce more. So you get the basic mechanics. In a way, I kind of want to accelerado. No, what's that word? I want to accelerate the maybe the second bar here. Oh shoot. I mean.
Brought to you.
No, don't give me that. No.
Never. Okay.
Boom, boom. Maybe. This could be a good, like, boss theme. Okay, I need a. I really need to think about it. Wow. But hey, you know, I think we got something mostly out. But I think we still probably need to do some little bit more polishing. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Yeah, so I probably need to kind of see where online, or maybe do this a little bit offline, and show you guys um, where where I am in terms of the composition of this music. Um, yeah, yeah, it's a little bit slow, and I need to know why is it slow. But maybe it's good enough to be slow because the battle scene takes place is like you're a part of a squadron. Well, you're commanding one small fighter ship, right? But you actually are launched as a squadron. Eventually, in this level, your squadron gets taken out. You know, your squadron gets taken out, right? And so we're probably going to have this dread. This music is dread. So this may not be I may have created a boss music. Ugh. That'd be interesting to kind of see how the two audios switch. But this does make me excited. But uh, yeah, I need to like get some more inspiration. This pattern slows a lot of things down, and when it slows a lot of things down, it gives you that sense of like something's there, kind of like the Jaws. Dun 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 dun, and it starts to accelerate faster, faster. Huh. I wonder. This will be an interesting question. I noticed that the audio stream player is kind of really basic per se. I do wonder if there's I know WI's maybe is it maybe F mod where we could have like the music quickens the more HP chunked out you have for the boss. Questions questions that need to be answered later. But yeah, I think we got 1 minute left. I think it's probably good for me to go ahead and stop here. So um, yeah, let's go ahead and stop here for this part. But if you like this video, please do give me, follow me on YouTube at LateNightGameDev channel. And definitely love it if you subscribe to it and leave a like, comment on it. You know, maybe that last question there, right? What's a good, I guess a little bit more like interactive ambient noise, not ambient noise, music, whatnot into the game, because Death's Door does it somewhat pretty well. You know, yeah, and when I worked on the project, um, yeah, it's audio wise, W wise is pretty good. Um, but that being said, right? Well, my name is Charles. Thank you for watching the Late Night Game Dev, DevLog number 13. Number 13, and yeah, we'll see you next this coming Wednesday. Talk to you later. Peace out. Peace.